This code implements a retrieval augmented generation pipeline using Streamlit to create a chat interface for querying content from a PDF document. Here's a breakdown of its functionality. This Streamlit as a front end. Streamlit provides an interactive user interface for uploading the PDF, entering a query, and viewing responses. This track PDF bot, a custom model, is responsible for building a vector database from the PDF, retrieving relevant information, and generating responses. This bot uses the RAG approach, means retrieval and the generation. Here we are initializing the bot. Creates an instance of the RAG PDF bot class which will handle vector database creation, retrieval, and response generation. This initialized model. The PDF is divided into chunks of text, 500 characters with 50 characters overlapping. These chunks are used to create a vector database enabling the system to find semantically relevant content for queries. This retrieve method. Retrieval identifies retrieve text chunks from the vector database for the user's query. Inference generates a response using a model like Cohere or another LLM by combining the retrieval context with the query. This main Streamlit application. This allows to upload a file, PDF file. The file is saved locally and the vector database is built from its content. We are inputting the queries in this. Accepts a query from the user, retrieves relevant content from the PDF, and generates a response. This main method ensures the script runs only when executed directly. Here in this, users uploads a PDF file. The PDF content is chunked and processed into a vector database for efficient retrieval. In this, users ask a question. The system retrieves relevant sections from the PDF and generates a coherent response using a language model. So now I'm explaining this model.py code by step implementation in this. So here are the some of the importing libraries like Cohere, time, logging, long chain modules. And in this we are using RAG PDF bot class. So this class encapsulates the entire RAG pipeline functionality. We are initializing. So sets up the bot with the necessary configuration like load API key and initialize Cohere client. Creates a coherent client object for a text generation. Set up embedding model. Initializes Hugging Face embeddings for converting text chunks into vector embeddings. Here log successful initialization. In this we are using built vector database. So the purpose is to prepare the vector database from the uploaded PDF file. Set file path, load PDF, split the text, and we are creating vector database. Vector store index creator generates a vectorized index using the specified embedding model. In this log successful or failure during the process. Retrieval method. The purpose is to fetch the most relevant text chunks from the vector database based on the user's query. The steps involved in this are perform similarity search and then prepare context. Retrieves text content from the top chunks. Limits each chunk to 500 characters for efficiency. We are creating prompt template. formats the context and question into a predefined prompt template, includes instructions for the language model to generate concise and relevant answers. Inference method. Purpose is to send the prompt to Coherence API to generate a response. This involves the format prompt, which inserts the retrieved context and user's input into the prompt template, and then estimate the token count, which calculates the number of tokens in the prompt to monitor limits. And we are sending API request. So send the prompt to Coher's command X large model with, and we are retry logic and return response. So extracts and returns the generated response from the API. Here in this, we are initializing, like set up the RAG with API keys, Coher client, and embedding model. And we are querying handling. So we are user input. The user asks a question about the PDF content. The vector database retrieves the most relevant chunks based on the query. So let me run this code, this app.py code. Like streamlit run file name like app.py. Let's print. Is going through my interface. It's running. In this, I am providing my input as my resume. Let me browse my files. I'm keeping my resume. And it allows me to ask some specific questions about that resume. So let me ask my education qualification, education details. The output will depend on the details in my resume and the questions I ask. So getting the response.